So I noticed that some people were struggling with some fractions. So I'm going to show you an example, especially with mixed numbers. I'm going to show you an example of multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, so 2 1/3 for multiplication and addition, especially these two, we would want to change these into their appropriate improper fraction. Now to do that, we're going to do 3, the denominator, times the whole number. 3 times 2 is 6. Think about if I had 2 whole pizzas, it's a simple way to do it, and I cut them into thirds. How many thirds would I have? Well, you're always going to have 3 in the first whole, 3 in the second whole, for a total of 6. So you're going to do 2 times 3, get 6, 6 plus 1. So you're going to multiply here and then add whatever your result is. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. So that's 7 thirds. And then you could do it again. 4 times 2 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, times 9 halves. Now I'm going to show you 2 different ways to proceed here. You can either reduce, since something on top matches a common factor on the bottom, or you can just multiply and then reduce. Okay, now first let's just say we don't see the common factor and we just multiply. You're going to multiply tops with tops, bottoms with bottoms. So you would get 63 over 6. Now, both 63 and 6 are divisible by 3, so let's divide that by 3. And so 3 goes into 63 21 times, 3 goes into 6 2 times, and then we have to think about what does that tell us. 21 halves is fine. It's a reduced improper fraction, but most of the time they want your answer to be in mixed number form again. So think about 2 goes into 21 10 times, with 1 remain. So that would be 10 full and 1 left over, 1/2. Okay, now that's one way to do it. Let's go back to this spot right here. And let's say you notice that the top and the bottom are both divisible by 3. If we divide 9 by 3, we get 3. 3 by 3, we get 1. And then you decide to multiply tops with tops and bottoms with bottoms. You get 21 over 2. So you get to this spot just a touch earlier by doing that. You still get an answer of 10 1/2. So, just so you know how that works. Now, if we want to do division, we still have to make that 7 thirds and 9 halves. But this time, the rule is keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Silly little thing, but it helps. Keep, change the symbol to multiplication, flip. And now it becomes a multiplication problem. So we multiply tops with tops, bottoms with bottoms. This time there is nothing that can reduce. You get 14 over 27, which is an irreducible fraction. You're good to go. Okay. Now, for C, we don't need to get an improper fraction here. You can, it works, but it's not necessary. So what you can do instead is let's get common denominator on the fractional piece only. Now, a number that both 3 and 2 will go into, you can always do 3 times 2 and use 6. So we're going to make that a 6th. We're going to make that a 6th. Okay, now how do you do that? Well, 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2. Do it again. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. And so we now add it up. Now, you're going to add, sometimes that's helpful to kind of put it up and down instead of left to right. You're going to add the fractional portion. 2 6 plus 3 6 is 5 6. That can't reduce. 2 plus 4 is 6. You're done. Okay. Now, if we do the same exact thing we did in C, because, multiplication and division have similar qualities about them. Addition and subtraction have similar qualities. I did switch these around to make it a little easier. But this would be 4 and 3 6 minus 2 and 2 6. So I like writing for mixed number addition or subtraction up and down is helpful. 3 6 minus 2 6 is 1 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. So the answer would be 2 1/6. So there's just a little quick refresher of some fractional stuff. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day.